And we are live, the Red Corner, episode 21. Spread the word, share, like, and subscribe. We're live, me and my co-host Micah. We are going to be talking about some boxing. We're going to be talking about some MMA. Get comfortable. You feel what I'm saying? Yes, sir. So, in the news, we apparently have Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis, which I don't think. I mean, I just don't have any faith anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like unless I see an official poster and I hear them both. Actually, no, they don't even matter actually because they have proven to already not be reliable sources clearly, right? Until
Man,
I
that
see,
feels like that whole thing in boxing. It just kills the sport. Like it kills the promotional aspect of the sport.
yeah, heavy, because you don't know if it's gonna be if it's real or not. Like you don't like. I remember, yeah, it'll be about a year ago, in the summer, a year ago, July. That was when Fury and Deontay Wilder were supposed to fight the first that's when they were supposed to fight initially for the trilogy the first time, right? Tyson Fury pulled out, said he had COVID, so they postponed it to August. Sorry, to October, right? But I remember I got watch this dude 78 and 78, you know what I'm saying? He had his flight ready, he had his hotel ready, everything was set up for the July fight. And once that was canceled, I mean, like so many plans. Like boxing is just so uncertain. I mean, any sport, any like combat sport, but like especially boxing, like it's so uncertain. There's a lot of corruption, so it's very uncertain. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't
Yeah,
know, and you don't want to what's the word? You don't want to prepare for something that may not even happen. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
so it's just hard, bro. It's hard, but until I see until I see them have a press conference, bro, that's when I'm like, okay, this fight's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like for Ryan and Tank,
Yeah,
but like they have already proven not to be, you know, viable and you know, uh uh reliable sources. Even themselves, even though those are the fighters, they have proven.
yeah.
You know what I'm
That's what I was
saying?
gonna ask. Like, do what is a reliable source?
See, you could say like like ESPN, you know, Top Rank, PBC, DAZN, but even those guys, even if you get like an official poster, right? Something might
Yeah,
happen. I think an official poster will be like, okay, like cool, like it's at least planned. Like it's at least, you know what I'm saying, um they're planning to fight, right? Of course, anything can happen between then and the date, but if we get an official poster saying that they're gonna fight with dates, the fight is signed, everything like that, then I'll be more optimistic. But until I see like in a first official, what I'm saying, press conference, I'll be like, okay, what I'm saying, then I'll know, okay, seriously, the fight's gonna happen. Still uncertain though, because this is 2 years in the making, bro. It's just absolutely ridiculous, but that's the sport
hmm.
we're in. Um,
Okay. So, do you think Ryan wins a single round against Tank?
He'll win majority of the rounds, and I'll tell you why. Because Tank will give them away, but He's downloading information. He's reading. He's learning him, and he's gonna figure out the pattern that Ryan does because it's very predictable. He's very predictable, but you'll have Ryan looking good in the fight until it's over, until it's gonna be until it's ended very abruptly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm telling you, man. Look, I know you're not one of the guys that what I'm saying, think that Tank doesn't have it in him, but like, there are people, bro, that like still keep on doubting Tank. I mean, look, he hasn't fought the best
Oh,
people, but Tank is serious. He has serious skill. Like, we can't, I mean, I'll be the first to say that, Tank, I want him to fight better opposition, but he passed the eye check. He's, you know what I'm saying, he's fought formidable, opponents, but he definitely needs to step it up and fight Devin, Shakur, fighters like that. But Tank has it. Whatever it is, he has it. You get what I'm saying? And
yeah.
You know, the only thing I could say that's not like great about him is that he lets these dudes win rounds, but he knocks them out, so you know it evens it out. But he does let them win rounds. You know what I'm saying? He'll let Ryan win a couple rounds. He'll take, you know what I'm saying? He'll take it in the bag. And it's just to figure him out. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember the Mario Barrios fight at 140. I remember watching that fight. I was in Canada when I was watching it. And I'm like, bro, what the hell is? Like, I was losing faith in Tank. I'm like, yo, like he's losing. He's, Barrios is winning in. Barrios is winning most of these rounds, and it wasn't like Tank was losing it as in, he was getting the best of him. It was like he was letting him win. Like he was letting him get the wins.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we'll see rounds like that where he's learning him. He might feel the power. He might get a feel of Tank's power or Orion's power, which we'll see if that's a smart move or not because obviously Ryan does have power. He can crack an egg. So we'll just have to see how Tank handles Ryan. He's a lot bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? But I think Tank fights dudes bigger than him better. I'm pretty sure Mario Barrios is bigger than Ryan Garcia. I think Mario Barrios was about 5'10" or 11. Let me see. Mario Barrios um, size. Okay, so he's 5'10". He's 5'10". Ryan also is 5'10".
Bro, what if Ryan beats him and just gains all the confidence that he never had?
I mean, it's boxing, so we have to talk about this, right? It's a possibility that Ryan could win. It's not like impossible for him to win. He does have power, you know what I'm saying? And we saw what happened to Usman, bro. You know what I'm saying? No one thought that would happen, bro. No one.
I almost stopped
Absolutely.
watching. I had
Bro,
almost stopped watching by that point.
bro. Like yeah, because like it was a domination, right? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And bro, I remember because I was at the bar. Me and my dudes were watching it, and like I'm like, yo, because my friend was like, yo, he's like, because he said this earlier in the night. I can't remember where we were. He was like, yo, what if? What if? He kept on saying like, what if it happened? Like, and I'm saying like, it's not gonna happen. Like, it's because it's so unlike. How many fights have we seen where it's very one-sided, where what you think is gonna happen actually happens? Like, it's almost like a 95% type of thing. Like, it's such a rare occasion where someone just gets that knockout and out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah.
it's just like completely like random. It's a very rare thing to happen, you know what I'm saying? So, but it can happen, you know what I'm saying? It's combat sports. Any punch can change the fight. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. It's just that simple, bro. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hmm.
I think if Ryan wins this fight, see, Tank can't let Ryan win this fight. And I'll tell you why. If Ryan wins this fight, bro, you will never hear the end of this. They're gonna say this is gonna completely destroy, absolutely obliterate Tank's
His,
whole career. They're gonna
yeah.
say Tank never fought anyone. Promise you that if he wins, they're gonna say Tank fought no one, and they're just gonna say he was just a big puncher. That's what they're gonna say. I promise you that, bro. This is what happens. So he needs to get Ryan out of there and start fighting better opposition because
Yeah.
now he is 28 years old, bro. I think he's 27, turning 28. He doesn't have that much. I mean, look, he has probably about a good another six years, which is a good amount of time. But look, if he fights 2 times a year, that's what is that 12 years? That's 12
Hmm.
fights.
Hmm.
I mean, that's well, I guess that's not that bad, but that's I guess that's not that bad. 12 fights. He has 27 now. You know, that's actually not bad of a career. But they're like if he ends his career and he doesn't fight Tank, sorry, if he doesn't fight Devin, he doesn't fight Shakur, he doesn't fight Loma. Loma is not like a needed fight, but it's a good fight still. If he doesn't fight Teofimo Lopez, if he doesn't fight Regis Prograis, even all these good fights, if he doesn't fight them, bro, if we keep if the next time he fights, bro, and you keep on having to look up the guys he's fighting, they're going to say by the end of his career that he didn't fight anyone.
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna slander his career. You know what I'm saying? So he needs to go ahead and get some good work, some 50-50 fights. Because Ryan versus Tank is about, in my opinion, it's a 70-30 fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a 70, like he could, Ryan could win. It's a possibility. It's unlikely, but where no one's expecting Ryan to win. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think he needs to go ahead and do that already, and go ahead and and solidify his career one of the greatest, man. I mean, I think he has the potential. I personally think he loses to Devin Haney, but I mean, we gotta see the fights. There's only one Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Someone's gotta give up their O. Someone's
Mm-hmm.
gotta
One,
give it
two,
up.
three. No, I agree with you.
You know?
I agree with you. Shoot.
So, but what have you been seeing in the in the boxing world, like news wise? Like, what have you, what I'm saying, anything you've seen that you find interesting?
No, what were you saying about Eddie Hearn?
Oh, okay. So Eddie Hearn says that Deontay Wilder will not win a single round versus Usyk, which I think is absolutely preposterous. We know that Deontay Wilder is not a technical boxer. That's not why you
He's
watch
not.
him. That's not how he got to where he got. He is a knockout artist, okay? That's just what he is. We need to stop trying to make this dude what we want him to be. He's a knockout artist, okay? I don't even care. Listen, he fights next month, right? I don't care if he learns how to box, if he doesn't, or if he doesn't. I want him to go out there and do what he's been doing. And it's clearly been working, right? You know what I'm saying? He's knocked down. Technically, he's knocked out every single opponent he has ever faced in his life as a professional. And yes, even Tyson Fury, he knocked out technically. He was down for more than 10 seconds twice, first fight and the third fight. So everyone he's faced that they put him in front of, he is knocked out, right? He's a
Yeah.
knockout artist. I don't care if you don't think he can box. He can knock the dude out. And it's going to be very hard for Usyk to avoid the right hand for 12 rounds. 12 rounds, bro.
Only so many ways you can do it.
There's only so many ways you can do it, bro. And he wasn't able to avoid Anthony Joshua's power shots. He was about to be stopped by Anthony Joshua. What do you think Wilder's going to do to him? Wilder, bro, is 6'7", crazy arm reach. He's, what's his name? Um, Usyk is a cruiserweight, bro. Usyk is a cruiserweight that's at heavyweight now, bro. So, I mean, Usyk is definitely a master boxer, though. Um, it's gonna be a really good fight. I think it'll be close until it's not. That's my prediction. But
Think that Deontay just has to walk him down basically,
he
and
could walk him down. I mean, what I'm saying? Look, I mean, Wilder is a big dude. I think he needs to weigh in about 225 to be agile like he used to be. I don't want to see him any heavier than that. Even lighter, I would say, what I'm saying, just so we can keep that agile, what I'm saying, athletic ability and be able to
hmm
move and be quick, what I'm saying, just so he's, quick like he used to be. Because you watch his highlights from when he was younger, bro, like even but just before the Fury fight, because he was never that heavy when before he was fighting Fury, but bro, you watch him, bro. Let me see if I can find it, bro. Like he was. Let me see if I could share it. Share my screen, maybe.
shoot. Do you think that Usyk could knock him out though?
I doubt it. It's a possibility, but I highly doubt it, in my personal opinion. I don't think that would happen. Um, it could. I mean, it's very unlikely. It's very unlikely. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm
let me share the screen. YouTube. I don't even see this thing sharing. Oh, so you can see it though, huh?
Yeah, I can see
You
it.
can see it, but it's not sharing
That's
on the
weird.
stream.
Why is it not?
Yeah, it should be share. It should be. Damn, I really want to show on the stream. I really like to really. I don't know why it's not doing that. Let me try to figure that out.
All right. Huh. It's interesting. How come yesterday? I mean, yesterday. How come on Sunday it wouldn't even show you my screen?
Did it? Oh yeah. No, didn't it eventually work?
No,
It never eventually worked.
no.
Hmm. That's odd. We definitely gotta iron those things out then.
Mm-mm.
Look at this guy, bro. Just a wild style. Definition of wilder. Bro, imagine you're facing a dude like that though. Like, what do you do? Like, he's coming at you with everything, bro. I mean, you'd have to catch him, of course, but avoiding like if he's doing that, bro, he only has to be right, correct. He only has to do it correctly one time.
He has so much power though. If he more
Yeah.
power if he swung the correct way though.
Huh?
He so much more power if he swung the correct way right there.
Yeah. I mean, those are some windmill shots. You know what I'm saying? He knew he got the guy hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
His right hand is much better. Like that. Boom.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
Gosh.
Goodness.
Damn, I wish I could show the stream, bro. I don't know why it's not coming through. Holy sh.
That was on that he hit that guy on the forehead.
Boom. Yeah, on the top of the head. But you get what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm trying to say, that when he's light, he's just much quicker. He looks more comfortable in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I just want him like that, bro. So I'm not about these people telling him they need to. He's been doing what he's been doing, bro. He's
Mm-hmm.
been doing what he's been doing. For him to change up halfway, at the end of his career, what I'm saying, that's simply, people getting into his head. So, you know, he
Yep.
just needs to go out there and do his thing. And I hope he knocks out Robert Helenius. And I don't really want, because I want to see him how he's going to perform in this fight before I really talk about Usyk and and Ruiz and things that we don't know that's for sure going to happen until he knocks out or he wins with his next bout. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I want to see him against the guy and how he's going to do. That will determine how excited I get at his second reign. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn's an idiot, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He's an idiot. He paid like and he lost. Oh yeah, and Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G. How much pay-per-views do you think it did?
What about 700K? Not even.
That's a decent guess, actually. How much do you think it should have done? Like, if you had to guess.
I'd say about a million or 850 to a million.
All right, and you know how much they paid him, right? For that one fight,
What, like 50?
65 million, I believe.
What?
Yes. Paid Canelo alone around $65 million.
What in the world,
And they
bro?
sold, it was a flop. It was about 575 million. Sorry, 500 575,000 pay-per-views,
Damn, dude.
which is not that good for Canelo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's not that good for Canelo, bro. Canelo's usually 700 to about a million,
where does that money even come from, bro?
right? These are questions that we have to ask. Because if they don't have money, if they say they don't have money to pay Crawford and Spence $25 million each for a fight that's going to do well if they promote it correctly, it's alarming. It's alarming, bro. They just lost millions of dollars, bro, on that fight. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They lost millions and millions of dollars in that fight. You know what I'm saying? But they don't have money for Terrence Crawford and Spence. Even though that is a different promotional company, PBC is the one that's handling Crawford and Spence. But PBC offered Canelo Alvarez like the same amount of money. You know what I'm saying? To fight fights that actually were better, but still weren't great fights that were better than Crawford and Spence. But
Hmm.
anywho,
Yeah. I wanted to talk to you about some things that were being said about Leon Edwards. Um, Essentially, man, what are your thoughts about people saying that it it's essentially just lucky?
um I think I think a lot of people are on in their feelings when they say that, because it wasn't a lucky punch, or it wasn't a lucky kick. It was
Hmm.
set up perfect. It was set up perfect. I mean, it was crystal clear. It was a perfect setup. He set him up. You know what I'm saying? He made him faint. You know what I'm saying? Brought his head
He got
down.
him low.
Yeah, he got
He
him
got it.
low. With
See, bro, when you and I heard, either it was DC, somebody talk about this, but they were talking about how in the fight, how when you parry punches, sometimes your head starts to dip. Sometimes because when you parry a punch, you're really supposed to hook it, right?
uh-huh.
And push it out like that, right? And but when you get into like the later rounds and you're tired, you
Right.
can't push it, you can't
Right.
hook it and push it out like this, so you push it off
Uh-huh.
and kind of duck like that.
Right.
And so he was doing that, and he was also, so that was one thing that he saw, that he was ducking his head like this, and he was also, when he would throw like a leg kick or a body kick, he was dropping his hand to like try and what's it called, to parry it, to parry the kick away. And so he just set him up perfect. I mean, Usman started off as a wrestler. We know that. So his striking has improved tremendously. But
Tremendously.
he's still not like,
He's
he
still
still has habits.
Yeah,
He has habits.
he's still a natural wrestler. He still has that natural wrestling habits, like you're saying, like, and a lot of it, bro. He got comfortable.
Hmm.
That's a big thing, bro. He simply got comfortable. He knew he had the fight in the bag, bro. It was what, a minute left, a minute left, bro. I remember I was watching the fight. I'm like, yo, this is gonna be an easy W. Like this is like, yo, this fight's done. He's finished. I remember. I think I actually said that. I'm like, Leon's finished. I'm watching the fight, bro.
Yeah.
My eyes like, I'm like, what? Like, bro, and like the way that he dropped, bro, it was so ugly, man. Like he was like, he was not in his body. He left his body, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Dude
He
was
was
like,
wide eyed.
oh my,
Wide
he
eyed.
was like asleep with his eyes open. Like it was a bad knockout, man. So no, man, it was no luck, bro. It was no luck. It was unlikely, if you want to say that. It was unlikely, shot. Like as far as, no, it was unlikely that he won. It was an unlikely win, but it wasn't a lucky win. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give up. He didn't give up. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give up the whole entire time that he fought. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
And I can't even be mad at it, bro. I really can't. He did his thing. He did what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And but I think that Usman wins the rematch though. I think
Yeah,
he wins the
100%.
rematch.
I shouldn't say 100%,
Right.
but I'm saying that I agree with you.
Yeah.
That he wins a rematch. I think that, you see, the thing is, man, how Leon was excuse me, Leon was essentially able to notice, or where he was messing up, like notice a habit
Mhm.
and exploit it.
Mhm.
So the thing is, like, Usman does not have that many holes in his game.
Exactly.
It's only when he starts to get tired,
Mhm.
like when the
Mhm.
fight goes on, and,
Right.
and you have to like rely on what you know,
Right.
like what you really know,
Right.
when his bad habits come out.
Right.
But everybody's like that.
Right.
Um, but yeah, but it's all gonna depend on Leon's ability to exploit any type of holes that he has,
Mhm.
because I think that Leon. Leon can he can survive if Leon if Usman is just trying to wrestle him, he can survive.
Well, okay, how do you think the fight goes? Do you think it stays on the ground or stays more so on, on on the
No,
feet?
I don't think Usman. I
Damn,
think
bro.
Usman takes him down and tries to finish him as quickly as possible. I think that
Yeah,
Usman is going to come at him like he's going to try to kill him.
I agree. I see that happening, bro. And and it's I think see he could take it he could play it safe, right?
Hmm.
I think there's a possibility he might, but I think he is going to train like no other. This is the most important fight of his career. This is good. This is the most important. So I think he's going to either, cause look, I mean, what Jorge was what 37 when he fought him.
Yeah,
37, kind of old. So how old is Leon? Let me find that out.
Leon might be 31 to 32, 30 to 32 rather.
Okay, so he's a young guy. Has Leon has never been knocked out in his professional career, right?
Um, not that I remember.
Okay,
I would have to, yeah, he's 31. I would have to check. Oh
because I
damn,
think there's a
he's born
possibility,
in
bro.
91.
Huh?
He's young, man. He's born in 91.
Shit. So he's like 28.
He's 31.
He's 31. Okay, damn,
Yeah.
bro. We're getting old then.
Yeah, yeah.
We're getting old. Um, but I think there's a chance, bro, that Usman might stop Leon, bro, this time, because it's either he'll take it safe, or like you said, he's going to go beast mode, and he's just not gonna stop. He's not gonna give him anywhere to breathe. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Um,
he's going to come at him like Colby comes at dudes.
right, right.
But like
See,
with
right, with like
relentless power though.
power, strength,
Yeah, he
you
doesn't.
know,
He's gonna come at him with things that Colby doesn't have though. Like
right.
Obviously Colby's he's a wrestler, so he's a strong guy. But
Hmm.
like Usman, like you see the strength on Usman.
Exactly. Oh yeah, for sure.
He's
Easily.
just yeah, he's so strong, bro, and
We got
he's has very good cardio, and he's just gonna use that strength. He's gonna use
right.
that pressure, that power. Like Edwards or Leon's striking is more sharp, bro, but he
Here,
doesn't have the power.
hold that thought. We
Yeah.
got Daniel in the chat. He says why does TJ Dillashaw um he said why does TJ Dillashaw a known steroid user get a title shot instantly after a 2-year suspension? What That's a question for you.
Why does he? I mean, the UFC plays favorites, bro. It's really that simple. The UFC does play favorites. I mean, the UFC plays favorites. You see what happened like the night John Jones, like I know we're talking about TJ, but just using this as an example. The night John Jones, bro, the night that he got into that he was being inducted into the Hall of Fame and he got into that thing with his wife that was in Vegas.
Yeah.
Like in the UFC they like were so wishy-washy and they were just like, oh, we're deciding what to do and whatnot. There was there was a situation that happened with a different fighter, obviously much less fighter, undercard fighter, bro. They cut him immediately.
Right.
They cut him like the next day.
Uh-huh.
I don't even think like the investigation was finished. Like I don't even know.
Oh yeah, they
They
just cut him. They
Bro,
just
they
cut him.
cut him the next day. So the UFC clearly plays favorites.
Right.
Yes, TJ Dillashaw, I believe he popped for EPO.
Hmm.
That was what we were talking about. I don't know if we were talking about that on air. We might have been talking about it off air, but it basically ups your red blood cell count and it like lessens your need for oxygen. So it like it basically like ups your cardio, bro.
Hmm.
So it makes you have insane cardio. And so he popped for EPO. He was suspended for 2 years.
Two
Um,
years.
yeah,
Holy.
bro. But when you're a star, bro, when you're a star like TJ,
Okay, he
you
has
get special treatment.
a deeper question for you. He says, how can they favorite a cheater? Or I guess the question would be, why would they favorite a cheater? And I think you're about to answer it. Money.
bro. That's all it is, bro.
Money.
Whatever fighter sells, dog, they're gonna just make excuse. They're either gonna make excuses for him or they're just gonna overlook shit.
Mhm.
But that's just what it is, bro. Whoever brings in money, they're gonna get protected, bro.
Mhm.
They're gonna protect their asset, bro.
So
Their business at the end
if
of the
you
day.
right, if you were Dana, what do you do if John Jones is doing all the stuff he's doing, and TJ Dillashaw is doing the stuff he's doing? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're saying what would I do differently?
Yeah, or no, what would you do in the situation?
Okay.
Like, are you cutting these dudes? Are you giving them, ways to breathe? Like,
I mean, it's tough, dude. Like I've just never been in that type of situation, but I mean, I want to say you. Everybody wants to say right that they do the right thing and they're just gonna cut him, but you don't know what type of people are like in your ear, like in Dana's ear, talking to him
hmm
and things like that. So I mean, everybody wants to say that they would do the right thing and they would just cut these guys, but I mean, like I think they should have been cut because you set the precedent by cutting the other fighter.
hmm
I don't remember. I don't even remember what dude's name was, but I'd seen him fight before. But you already set the precedent when you cut that other fighter is just inconsistent.
hmm Okay. He says, no one wants this fight. He says, everyone is saying that it's unfair to the other champions. What do you think about that?
Is he talking? Are you talking about Dillashaw
Yeah, Dillashaw and Aljamain.
and Alderman?
hmm
Uh, Nobody wants this fight. Uh I mean, I don't know. I haven't really heard other people say that.
Okay.
I I mean, my thought as far as I think who's gonna win, bro. I think Aljamain's gonna win.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I mean, we could talk about that more in depth later, but I do think that Aljamain is gonna win. But as far as as far as him saying like who was that, Daniel?
Yeah, it's Daniel.
Yeah, I can't see the chat. But as far as him saying, nobody wants this fight. I mean, I could see that. I could see it because there's a lot of people that don't like TJ and they don't want him to get a title shot.
hmm
So I could see it definitely of like 60% of people being like I don't want this fight to happen.
hmm
I mean, really,
Who do you think, like, in your opinion, if that is to be true, which, um, I have heard people say that he doesn't deserve it as far as just because he's been cheating, but I haven't heard anyone say that they don't want it as far as because like
yeah.
saying they don't want it because they don't like because it's not going to be good. I haven't heard that, but I have heard because he's a cheater they don't want, it's not fair. But if you had to like if there was no TJ Dillashaw, if he wasn't getting the opportunity, who would you say that would either deserve it or
Um,
who do you think would provide the best fight for Aljamain?
bro, I think that the Sandhagen rematch.
Okay.
The Sandhagen rematch should happen. Um, I mean, also you have Marab. He's coming off of a win against Jose Aldo,
Yeah, I really don't
who's a
like that guy. I'm
legend.
not gonna lie.
Who Marab?
Yeah, I mean, just the way that I saw him fight, um, um,
Aldo.
Aldo, it was just so lackluster. I mean, I get it. It's a win is a win, but it was just so.
Thing is, man, it's not really him, bro. I just think it's Aldo, bro.
You think so, eh?
Bro,
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. I
Aldo
get what you're saying.
is
I
if
get.
you had bro, I heard people say this and I've never agreed with it more. I've just never heard somebody put it this clear, bro. Like you know how we talk about um like if you could control somebody,
hmm
like you know how we talk about that with
AJ,
AJ,
right?
bro. If you could control Jose Aldo, like if you could get him out of his own way, if you can make him young,
hmm
he's one of the most perfect fighters we have ever seen. I mean, what he defended the title 9 times. He has his defensive and offensive wrestling. Every area is just sharp, bro.
hmm
Every area is just sharp. Like like who's another fighter like that?
Is he a
Um,
jiu-jitsu guy too or no?
I mean, yeah, yeah, he has good grappling, but he's just an all around.
Just
Everywhere is
well-rounded.
just striking. Everywhere is just
Just
sharp, bro.
just good.
Everywhere is sharp.
Okay. Thoughts on a potential Brandon Moreno versus or no, they are fighting Moreno and Figueroa, right? They are fight.
Yeah, yeah, they're
They
gonna
are
fight for
fight.
the fourth
So
time.
what do you think about that?
bro. That's a okay. So that's a good fight, but you have to think about something. Moreno is although they are. So what happened was they the first fight was a draw. The second fight, Moreno won. The third fight,
Figueroa
wait,
won.
no. Am I
No,
saying that
the
correctly?
third fight definitely Figueroa won. He took the belt.
Figueredo won. Third fight. Oh yeah, no, you're right. Okay, you're right. So wait, the first fight was a draw. The second fight, I don't know why this is getting mixed up in my head. But either way, all I'm trying to say is only one of those people has finished the other. Is
Oh,
all
okay.
I'm
Oh,
trying to say.
they have both only finished each other. You're saying?
No, no, no. All I'm saying,
Oh,
Brandon Moreno is the only one who like Davison Figueiredo is the only one to get finished. He's the
huh?
only one. So Brandon Moreno
Yeah,
is the only one of the two to
yeah.
have ever
Oh,
found the finish because he submitted him.
he submitted Figueroa.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, dude,
He
Figueiredo's dangerous.
he says
Bro,
Daniel says Figueroa has more IQ, but Moreno has got a chin of steel. What do you think about that?
uh, I mean, I don't disagree with that. I think Figueiredo's power has better power as well. I think that he has that over Brandon Moreno as well. Um,
Yeah,
uh,
Moreno is a just warrior, bro. Like
he is.
he stays in there, bro. He
Mhm.
stays in there. So that'll really help him.
I agree with him with what he's saying. I think that Brandon Moreno can be wild sometimes. Um, but I think that I don't know, bro. It's almost like he does that and he lulls people into like a false sense of like security, like they don't
Right,
think he's as good. Like look at the kick that he landed on Kai Car France, bro, and
right,
ended the
right.
fight. Like that came out
Ended
of
it.
nowhere.
Ended it.
Came out of absolutely nowhere and it was set up perfect.
Right.
So it's just, but no, I agree with him when he says with Daniel when he says that that Figueiredo definitely has better fight IQ. I've seen Figueiredo like when he fought Joseph Benavidez, bro. That final shot that he landed that dropped him, it was just it just placed so perfect,
Hmm.
bro. Like he just like a heat-seeking missile, just no telegraph, just kept the elbow tucked and just like it was perfect, bro. It was
Hmm.
perfect. But I would say that he definitely has better fight IQ, and I don't know. He picks his shots better and
Hmm.
stuff like that. I think that you do even see that in their fights.
Hmm.
Um,
I gotta
like I
watch
think
the first two. I don't know. I gotta watch all of them. I don't think I've seen a
third like
single one of those fights.
the third fight I do think Figueiredo won. I do think he got the better of him. He's picking his shots, landing better. I think that when sorry that when Moreno was landing he wasn't landing as clean.
Hmm.
He did land clean a few times and hurt him.
Hmm.
Um, obviously that fight is a while ago now.
Yeah.
And the UFC puts on so many fights that I have to freaking go back and watch often.
So who does Daniel says who does Hamzat fight? Can he make? He can't make 170.
So see, that's so suspicious, bro. Because
He's been fighting at 170 for a minute.
that's super suspicious because it's like he's a wrestler, bro. He's not a. And the thing is, like, here's why I see both sides of it. I wanted to bring it up. I don't think I brought it up, in previous episodes,
Hmm.
but like Dana acts like if you think that if you think that the doctors told him to stop cutting weight, you're an idiot. Like that's not even the first time that's happened.
Hmm.
If you go back and you look at when Max Holloway was supposed to fight Khabib, the New York State Athletic Commission, I believe it was the New York State Athletic Commission, because I know that the New York State Athletic Commission they're against MMA, like they just want to phase it out. They're gonna make like just make weird rules and stuff to try and sabotage it. But the doctors came in and they looked at Max Holloway and they told him stop, and he told him that you're not fighting.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? He
So
was supposed to fight who?
Khabib,
Really?
yes.
Wow, I
So
had no
that's not
clue.
even the first time that that's happened. So I do believe that it's possible that the doctors could have said that to him, but like but I think that it could be that situation, bro. That they just your MMA is a fairly new sport. You're dealing with people who like they're new, that haven't had. It's not like basketball, that haven't seen these athletes for forever,
Mhm.
so they don't really know. Like they don't understand that when you're in a weight cut, you're very depleted,
Mhm.
and but you'll rehydrate and stuff like that. They don't understand any of that stuff. So it's very possible that they could have seen Hamzat and he could have not looked good to them, or to whoever was there, and and they said don't cut. But I have a hard time believing that he can't make 170. But who do I think he fights at 185? I think that they give him like like Sean Strickland
Mhm.
or someone, or Uriah Hall
Okay.
or
But I thought
something like
Raya,
that.
I thought he retired.
Or so, oh shoot, dude, you're right, dude. What's with all these dudes retiring
Retiring,
this
man.
year?
Quick, man. Hey, man. Look,
This
it's a
year,
new era, bro. These new and young guys, bro. It's a new era.
totally
You know
forgot
what I'm
that that even
saying?
happened. But
Um.
no, I would give him Sean Strickland, man.
Okay.
Uh, I would get. I mean, I don't think that's a good matchup for Sean
Not at all.
Strickland,
Not at
but I
all.
think that's the level. I don't know. I
Right.
don't
Right.
think that's a
Right.
good matchup. I'm not looking at the rankings. I don't have them in front of me.
Right. So
But
Daniel asks, who does Duran Ennis fight next? Because it keeps saying the fight date is coming soon. Who is realistic? IBF mandatory Stanionis. Yeah, that's who I was gonna say. Stanionis is the most realistic fight for Duran Ennis because, listen, I don't. If they really are going to keep going, because look, he fought Custio Clayton the last fight, right? And that was it's to the point, bro, where the fighters that he's fighting are so like the skill level is so there's a very big disparity. So if they keep fighting these dudes, bro, it's not gonna do any good for Duran, bro. He just needs to secure a big fight. But Stanionis is actually a good fight with him. I think Stanionis gets stopped, but Stanionis is tough as well, man. But I think he gets stopped by Duran. But yeah, that'll be the most realistic fight for Duran Ennis, bro. You need to look into Duran Ennis, Micah.
hmm
I'm gonna send you some fights from him, but
yeah, see, he was Daniel was asking before, who does he think that uh
oh
sorry, who does he think that Hamzat should fight at 185? Just real quickly,
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
go
a
ahead.
couple names. There's people who, not based on ranking, just based on style, who I think would be a good matchup.
Hmm.
Um, Jack Hermanson is a
Okay.
good one. I think Kelvin Gastelum, he's a good one. He's a good wrestler. Um, that might be a little tough for Kelvin. But Derek Brunson, if you're talking about high up, if you're talking about ranking wise,
I would like
he's
to
ranked.
see that. I would like to
Yeah,
see that.
he's a very good wrestler.
That's a good
Derek Brunson is.
that's a good measuring stick.
Yeah.
See really how because okay, here's another question. Um, you know, okay,
Shoot,
I'll
man.
save that.
I
I'll save that question. I'll
Daniel
save that.
makes a good point, because, like, looking at some of these guys right here, I like Hamzat at 185.
Okay, okay. I
I,
got a question for you after this. So he says, "Who is Big Charlo fight? Watch him fight Triple G because he looked." He said, watch him fight Triple G because he looked vulnerable." Hey, look. Hey, look. Hey, bro. Look. That could, bro. At the end of the day, bro, I'm not even mad at it, bro. Cause look, they should have fought years ago, bro. They should have. They both are 160. They both are champions. You
boxing.
know what I'm saying? Like they should have been fought. Like, you know what I'm saying? They should have been fought, bro. But you know what though? I'm hearing a lot of people. But here's the thing, bro. Is that people were calling out Triple G for a minute, actually. Like, but Triple G just wasn't gonna fight anyone. Daniel says, watch him say Triple G needs a vaccine plus a booster. Facts. Because Charlo said that about David Benavidez to fight him. I don't know if you know who David Benavidez is,
Why are
Micah?
all these super athletes worried about COVID? Are you kidding me? Like, stop it.
Like they're getting
Stop
punched in the
making
face for a living,
stupid excuses. And your
and
body is at tip top condition. Like,
right, and they're worried
bro,
about a vac. Like, come on, come on.
you're worried about
But
COVID?
but you know that's just an excuse. You know what I'm saying? But do you know
That's
who
what I'm saying.
David Benavidez is?
I actually, isn't he about to fight Canelo?
No, well they want to fight, or
Or
he wants
okay,
to fight him.
I saw a poster.
Yeah, you've probably. I'm gonna send you some of his fights, but
Okay.
he was supposed to. Basically Charlo called him out years ago or like yeah like years ago or something like that, and then David Benavidez responded, and and what's his name? And Charlo was like, "Yo, you need a vaccine first." Like, bro, it's just stupidness, bro. But people were calling out Triple G for a minute, bro, and Triple G just didn't want to fight these dudes, bro. Yeah, Canelo said he doesn't want to fight Mexicans, and Benavidez said he's half Ecuadorian and has a UFC. Yeah, I seen that. What do you think about Canelo saying he doesn't want to fight Mexicans, Micah?
He said that?
He said that, bro.
Why? What's the reason?
He's I only he knows because look, if Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence or
I mean,
Devin
I
Haney,
guess.
okay, so yeah, what's your
I guess he's just saying like he doesn't feel right fighting like another person who's the same
okay? Hold that
blood.
thought. Hold that thought.
Yeah.
If Devin Haney, if Tank Davis, if Errol Spence, if Trip, if Bud
Yeah.
Crawford ever said that they are not fighting another Black American, bro,
They wouldn't have a
what,
job.
what in the
They
world
wouldn't
would have
have
happened?
you wouldn't have a job because all the fighters are black.
That and people would destroy them.
Yeah.
The people would destroy them as far as in the media saying, "Oh,
That's
they don't want
just
a real
the
challenge. Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
this and that. Or
That's
like it would just, bro. They probably even call them racist, bro. I
damn.
would not be surprised if they call them racist. I wouldn't,
It's
He
fucked up.
says
Yeah.
Down says he claims this out of respect, but if he's already listen, he's already fought Mexican fighters, bro. He's already fought Mexican fighters. Like to be honest, bro, I've heard him say that years ago, though. I've heard him say that years ago. You know what I'm saying? But Dino says Tank already on that. He just knocks out people that look like my cousins. No, yo, you know what, Micah, bro? I'm pretty sure Tank Davis has not fought a black person. Like in his whole career, I don't think he's fought an actual black person.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I do think about that sometimes. Like every time I picture myself beating up an opponent, it's a white guy.
Hey, bro, look. Hey, bro, look. Cause bro, once you go against another black person, bro, you know it's gonna be fire, bro. You know
It
they're
really is. I just see
like,
the ego. I
bro.
know niggas. I know people. I know.
No, I'm telling you,
I
bro.
sound like Mike that. I know niggas.
Yo.
Oh,
Oh
uh,
shit. Oh my gosh, no, I'm dying, bro. But no, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, even when I'm sparring, like, yo, even when I'm
it's funny.
sparring, even when I'm sparring, bro, I'm like, damn, like, cause there's some black dudes at the gym. I'm like, you know, it's gonna or not even that, but like, I know if I were to fight professionally, I'm like, damn, like, I see some of these professional fighters that are black. I'm like, shit, that's gonna be a challenge, bro. Like, they're just as good, or if not better than me, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, this is not, for the people. This is not racist at all. We're it's a known fact, bro, that we are great at sports, bro. We are, you know what I'm saying? We're the leaders at sports. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's also, bro. Like, yes, but I think it's also just reinforcement as well. Like, I just don't like. I think the reason why, like, cause why aren't we the best at swimming? I think it's because
What do you think?
you know why we're not the best at
No,
swimming.
no, say it. I mean, I think I know what you're saying, but
Cause we don't swim,
we
bro.
don't swim. And
We
and but
don't.
but you know why though, right?
Why?
I recently learned this, right? I
Hmm.
heard that the whole thing about black people not swimming actually came from like the 40s, bro, where white people would put where white people wouldn't want them swimming in their pools, right? Um, so they would put like poison shit in the pools,
Damn.
right? So when black people would go swimming, they'd get poisoned and stuff like that. So it became a thing where they stopped swimming in general. So
Damn.
yeah, so like yo, back in the day, it was more of a survival thing where you don't swim because you don't know what's in the water. So
Damn.
black people just stopped swimming in general. You know what I'm saying?
That's
But yeah, like I learned that recently, bro. But like if black people were to start swimming like if it was a thing like boxing was, like MMA, like combat sports was as doing track, you know what I'm saying? If it was a thing like that, we'd excel. We'd excel. But Daniel says, what's more entertaining, black versus black or Spanish versus Spanish? Because it's boxer versus brawler versus brawler. I'll answer that first. Um. Okay. Okay. Me personally, bro, I like the black versus black because I like the chess match, and I think it gets a little bit boring when it's brawler versus brawler, and their heads are leaned up against each other, and all they're doing is throwing. Like it gets a little bit boring to me when
We're talking about styles,
yeah, he's saying
like
styles, but
Mexican
all right,
style.
he
Okay.
says the Mexican style versus the Mexican style, where they're just
Okay. Yeah.
heads, they're leaning on each other and they're just banging, banging. It gets a little bit boring. I want to see some strategy to it. I want to see some movement. I want to see some, what I'm saying, some adaptation to the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I personally like the black on black as far as we're talking about boxer versus boxer because I like the chess match. I like the Floyd, bro. I love Floyd Mayweather versus Jab Judah. I love Floyd Mayweather versus Demarcus Corley. I love Floyd Mayweather versus Shane Mosley, bro. Those fights were insane. Shut Mayweather versus what's his name, Emmanuel Augustus, bro. Those fights were absolutely amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I like those fights, bro. It's a chess match. It's strategy. Not to say that I don't like the brawler fights. Not I love the Mexican versus Mexican, but if I were to pick, because it can get boring when the dudes are just leaning on each other, banging it out, leaning on each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they're not even looking at each other. It's literally just throwing. You know what I'm saying? But what would you say?
It's, I mean, I, I mean, what about like black versus Mexican? I mean, I actually like, bro.
Or
I like.
right? No, he's just saying like, what would you like in your opinion? What would you like
Yeah.
better, like black versus black, as far as being a pure boxer versus pure boxer, or
Mm.
Mexican style, brawler versus brawler? That's what the question was.
Oh, like okay, like black versus black. Then
Right, right, right. Like, cause
yeah,
most black guys, African American,
technical.
technical sound boxers. That's just American style,
Hmm.
you know. But yeah, what would you say if you had to pick?
Black versus black. Yeah. Or what do you? I'm sorry. Answer. Ask again. What did you mean?
No, no, yeah, you got
Oh
it. I
yeah,
mean,
no, the
yeah,
black
it's like,
versus black
yeah,
then.
yeah,
Yeah.
stylistic, right? Because I mean,
Uh huh.
yeah, I mean, but black versus Spanish is good as well. But yeah, if I had to pick,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is
right,
that's what I like? Is like the
yeah,
clash of styles.
right, clash of styles. You know what I'm saying? That gives a nice, it shakes the shit up, it
Hmm.
shakes the stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Um, but he says, all right, my last question for Mark. Oh no, he said Crawford versus Spence's peak boxer versus boxer and brawling. We could say Chocolatito versus Bam Bam. Yeah, I gotta get into Bam Bam, bro. I gotta get into Bam Bam. But he says, he says, he says, he says. All right, fantasy fight. You gotta pick one. John versus Emmanuel Augustus. Okay, so that's his fantasy fight. My fantasy fight, bro. I'll tell you my fantasy fight. And that would have give me a minute to think about. You think about your fantasy fight as well. MMA is if MMA too, since you're more world versus
Wait, as
MMA.
far as fantasy fight, that's like just pure style.
No, no, like well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, pretty
Yeah, just
much.
like divisions don't
Yeah,
matter.
divisions don't. Well, except the heavyweights. Keep the heavyweights out of it.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that,
Okay.
but no, my fantasy fight, bro. I'm gonna think. I would have to say. Oh. Well, let me know your fantasy fight, Daniel. I thought that's what you were saying. But my fantasy fight, bro. Ah, man, that's such a hard question, bro. My. Mm, mm. That's a hard one. That's a really hard question, bro. I would say
Yeah, that is a difficult question. Shoot.
I'd go. Man,
I
yeah.
think I got
You could be here for
so
hours
many
just thinking.
fighters.
Right? Yeah. Like it's too hard to pick one. But if I had to pick one, I would go with. I would say Floyd versus Crawford, but I think Floyd would win. I want to pick a fight where I don't really know what would happen. I think Floyd would win. I wouldn't. I don't. I think Floyd is just too smart, bro. Like I don't think Crawford would win. I don't think he'd Spence would beat him either. I don't think anyone today would beat Prime Floyd. Um, but I guess I would say Roy Jones versus Sugar Ray Leonard in his prime, or Tommy Hearns. But I'd say more Sugar Ray Leonard because he was more of a more of yeah, Sugar Ray Leonard versus Roy Jones, and I don't know who would win that fight because you could give the edge to Sugar Ray Leonard, you could give the edge to Roy Jones because of athletic ability. But yeah, that's probably my fantasy fight. But what would you say, Micah, if you had to pick? If you don't even like, that's a hard question, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking right
That's such a
now,
hard
man.
question. It's a hard
That's
question,
okay.
bro. It's extremely tough. It's extremely tough.
Wait, I gotta make sure that
But yeah, yeah,
this
Daniel,
didn't happen yet.
that's mine, bro. Floyd or Sugar Ray Leonard versus Roy Jones. That's my Roy Jones at 160. Yeah, that's mine. Man, that's a good fight. That's a really good fight.
Shit. Nah, but
Yeah, that's another one. Pernell Whitaker versus Floyd. That's another one. That's another one.
mm, I think, bro, I think that in MMA, the fight. Oh my goodness, bro, this group chat is going off. But uh, no, the in MMA, the fight that I think I would want to see, dude, is shoot, is Anderson Silva.
Hmm.
Be like Anderson Silva, just style for style wise. Anderson Silva versus um Jose Aldo.
Okay. 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 Yeah. Do you think it would go on the floor much, or you think it would just be stand up?
It would be stand up.
Stand up. I would like to see that fight, man. I would love to see that fight. See, that's what's pound for pound. That's what pound for pound is, bro. When your style can translate up, we're excluding heavyweights, but
Hmm.
when your style can translate anywhere, what I'm saying, anywhere in
Yeah,
that's pound for pound. But that is a really good fight, though. Damn. Damn, yeah. Who would you put your money on?
I have zero clue. That's the thing. It's like I don't know. Like if it went to the ground, I would pick Aldo.
Wow. Okay.
Um, I mean, obviously, we're just talking about skill
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
grappling. We're just talking about what
Yeah. Yeah.
what we've seen,
For
and
sure.
we've seen. We've seen Jose Aldo has some of the best takedown defense in the entire UFC. I mean, might be number one. Might have the best takedown defense in the UFC.
Wow.
So you look at that man, and you look at the fact that he also has very good offensive wrestling. I mean, he showcased that when he fought Korean Zombie. Um, but I think that if it comes to grappling, that he would win. Like if it came to them having to mix up the grappling and the striking,
Hmm.
he I think he would win based on his style.
Okay. That's fair. That's very fair. Um, Daniel says Khabib versus Oliveira. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get close as we're gonna get next month. So
Khabib versus Oliveira,
yeah, yeah.
that is so difficult, man.
Well,
That's
I'll tell you what. We're going to get the closest we're ever going to get next month. That is
thing
that
is,
is.
man. You're correct, but I just still don't even think that's the same. I still don't think he's the same beast.
I
I think
agree.
he's very good. I don't think Islam is the same beast. Um,
So look, if Oliveira demolishes Islam, that will give us some more insight on how the fight with Khabib would go. If he demolishes him, like I mean, finishes him the first round.
yeah,
Like it's gonna give us more insight. Of course, Khabib is a different beast, like you're saying. I agree. Um, but if he struggles with Islam, then we know it might have been more one-sided. Well, not one-sided, but might have been swayed to Khabib. But this fight's gonna tell us a lot. I think so. I think it's gonna tell us a lot. Especially because that question will probably always be asked forever. Khabib versus Oliveira.
it's gonna be the craziest grappling exchanges you'll ever see.
Yeah, man.
I think
Yeah.
that I'm making that prediction right now. It is gonna be the craziest grappling exchanges ever.
Man, that fight gets me so pumped, bro.
It does.
Like, oh my gosh, bro. Ugh, that shit. that stuff is gonna be insane, man. Like I'm so pumped for that fight, man. Um, Daniel says the UFC needs more weight classes. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree. I think the UFC needs a 65 weight class, and they need like a 95 weight class.
95, eh? Oh, you're saying
Yeah.
195. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you. Okay, so
I
right.
believe that they at least need a 65 and a 95.
So
And
what is it?
they
It's
could just make it, they should just make it every 10, bro. I don't know why they do it the way they do it. They should just make no 70. There should be no 70. There should be 65, 75, 85, 95, 205 heavyweight.
mhm.
So
Okay.
yeah, I don't know why they do it the way they do, but I agree that the UFC needs more weight classes. It's just not a healthy practice to have, very limited weight classes, because you have guys who cut a lot of weight,
Right,
and then you
right,
have a lot of, dudes who are just weight bullies, bro.
right. Yeah, yeah.
Essentially, I think that I believe it's Bellator that does hydration test, or one championship.
Uh-huh.
They just do hydrate. I know they do that in high school wrestling as well, but they do hydration tests essentially to make sure that you're not cutting so much weight. So to basically make sure that that weight cutting isn't like sanctioned cheating,
Right,
that you're not like being a weight bully.
right.
So if they just add weight classes for every 10, from 125 to heavyweight, for every 10 pounds, and then you add hydration tests with that, it's gonna fix a lot of the stuff, a lot of the weight stuff that
Mhm.
people have. A lot of the weight issues. Way less people are gonna miss weight. Way less people are gonna miss weight.
Mhm.
And
Oh
yeah, it's
yeah.
just gonna be healthier. It's gonna be
Yeah,
way healthier.
definitely. It'll be easier on fighters for sure. Way
Yeah,
easier on
100%.
fighters. Yeah, no, I agree. I know boxing they're supposed to make a Bridger weight, which is 200 to 225.
Hmm.
Because I mean, look, Deontay Wilder fought Tyson Fury. I think he fought him at the first time. I can't remember what weight. I think it was at like 225 or something like that. And Tyson Fury was, weighing like 260 or 270 pounds.
That
I
I don't even think he can get down to 225, dude.
no, uh, I mean I mean he, he probably could if he really tried, but I mean, like that's a whole different weight class. That's 30 to 40 pounds extra on someone. I mean, I know it's heavyweight, but that it does matter. You know what I'm saying? That's why I believe they're trying to make the Bridgerweight class. But
Hmm.
yeah.
Well, I mean, the UFC has a heavyweight limit,
What's the limit?
265.
265. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I
So I
didn't know
mean
that.
that they should do that in boxing, bro. They should.
Uh-huh.
I
I
think
agree.
265 pounds for boxing would be good
And then like they're super. I don't know if they're super heavyweight. Let me see. There might be a super heavyweight.
in boxing.
Yeah, I think.
Isn't it like 300?
Yeah. Let me see. Super heavyweight. Daniel says, "All right, I'll leave you with this one. Which organization is less corrupt and treats their fighters better, boxing or UFC? This is an easy one.
Oh, which treats their fighters better?
Right. Well, treats their fighters better and less corrupt.
Oh, let oof,
Less
the
corrupt.
the UFC.
Indeed. Easy, easy question.
I mean, look. The UFC had shaky beginnings, okay? Because like I said, the UFC, it bought Pride, and then it basically adopted a lot of Pride's fighters,
Mm,
and Pride was a super corrupt organization. We had talked about that. So, it comes from some shaky beginnings and
right,
whatnot,
right,
but it's not run by the mobs.
right, right. Which
So,
like boxing is.
yeah.
So, so, yeah, that's the easy one. I would say UFC treat. I would say UFC is less corrupt, and I would say UFC treats their people better on a whole because if you're not a star, like in boxing, I mean, you're
Hmm.
pretty much garbage. Like, you know, like you're pretty much like yo, like you do not get
That's
any
so
love,
funny.
bro.
You get picked to get tune up to get washed in tune up fights.
Right, like, and it's like, bro, if you're not fighting, you're gonna take it, because yeah, they're not gonna offer you another fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're gonna take it, bro. Daniel says, I said treat fighters better. Remember, UFC doesn't even let the fighters get an advertisement. Yeah, well, that I mean, yeah,
Okay.
that's
Well,
a
in
monetary
terms of
sense.
in
That's a
terms of less corrupt, I would say the UFC is less corrupt.
right.
But in terms of how like fighters get treated, maybe at the lower levels.
See, the thing is, bro, UFC fighters are contractors of the UFC. It's like you're working for a company. Boxers are more of an independent thing. It's more of an independent. You're still signed, of course. You're still signed to a
Yeah.
contract, but it's more so your own brand. You said this before, Micah. The UFC doesn't want fighters to get bigger than the
Yeah, yeah,
UFC.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So UFC people are more of a you're more of a contractor. Like you're more of like attached to it. So I'm not saying I think
Yeah,
it's
that's
right,
very true. That
right,
is very true.
right,
I
but
mean,
I understand it.
The UFC doesn't really allow even like when you go into the ring, bro, your shorts, like your trunks say UFC on them.
All right.
They don't say anything else. I mean, they
Mm-hmm.
say Reebok, but those are all UFC sponsors.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But we will wrap it up here. That
Yeah.
was some good yes, he is. Hold on, is Crawford independently fighting Spence? Yes, Daniel, he is. That's what's supposed to happen. He's gonna fight a two fight deal, 2 or 3 fight deal with Charlo attached to it. That's what's supposed to happen. He said, don't think that. I mean, that could be a holdup because they don't want to pay the guy, bro. They don't want to pay Crawford, bro. That's what it is. They're not trying to pay him what he's worth. And that 65 people thing that they're saying, that's a lie. Apparently, we've came to that conclusion that Crawford did not sign. Errol Spence said that he didn't sign anything. So I mean, I'm at a loss at this fight, bro. I'm at a loss. It's sad. It's so sad. It's sad that this amount of lies, rumors, like, don't get me wrong, when it happens, it's gonna be a crazy story as far as getting this fight to go down. But it's sad for the fans that we have to keep clawing and clawing and hoping these what I'm saying these stories are true or not. It's sad. It's sad as fans. But yeah, bro. Peace, Daniel. Peace, Daniel. We'll
Yeah.
keep. You know what I'm
Thank you,
saying.
Daniel.
Yes, sir. But yeah, we're gonna end it here. We're gonna wrap it up here. We'll be back Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Shakur Stevenson fights Friday, Daniel or Micah. So I'm gonna send you that fight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good one. So you should definitely watch it. Um, but we'll be back Sunday. Mel Night Sports, Micah, co-host, will be out. Peace.